My name is Chuck Bennett, and I weighed 317 pounds before the lap band, and right now I'm sitting at about 212 pounds. The life for me before the band, I was a chronic asthmatic, and I couldn't breathe, tying my shoes, playing with my kids in the yard, mowing the yard, doing any kind of activities. I would be winded real quick. And I heard about the lap band, and I'd kind of seen it work, and didn't really know about the lap band, but there was one person in my life who got the lap band and had major success with. And from that point, I knew that the lap band was going to be a tool for me to use. You know, my blood pressure was elevated. I didn't have diabetes, but I felt like the road that I was on that you know, I could probably deteriorate pretty quickly. I mean, the asthma was my big concern. I'd get to points where my oxygen level would drop down to 50% and I'd have to be hospitalized. And I just was like, I've got to make a change here. I can't sustain this weight. And I tried many times. On my own to lose the weight. I'd lose 30, 40 pounds, and then I'd gain back 40, 50 pounds, you know. And it came to a point to where I just decided if I just stayed the same weight, didn't lose or gain, that, you know, at least I wasn't, you know, being harmful to my body to try to yo-yo diet. I just couldn't take that yo-yo. Well, I think the major thing that you have with asthmatics is the amount of weight that's on your lungs, the amount of you know, your circulation to carry oxygen throughout the body, and you know, the more fat that has to travel through, the amount of weight that's on your lungs, it just slows that whole process down. So your lungs don't constrict, stay open as much as you want, and then when you get into physical activities, that's already hindered. So it's a compromise. You compromise your ability to breathe. My blood pressure is really well now. It was like 140s over 90, somewhere in there. Now I set it like 118 over 64, 68. My pulse, you know, sitting was like 112 if I got up and moved from the table to the chair. Now it's around 70s, it's 60s. My asthma is it's almost non-existent. I mean, there are seasonal changes that affect my asthma, but as far as exercise-induced asthma, it's almost completely subsided. You know, I feel like I can go to the gym and be on the elliptical for an hour or 2 hours, literally, and I got the body bug, you know, they recommend free at the gym, and it's a challenge to myself to see how many miles I can go, how fast I can go, and how hard I can go. Before, I'd go to the gym just to sit in the sauna or the steam room. Oh, I made a sweat.